Sup, peoples? Sean here with Soul Circus. Come ride the big deck on a Friday for a change. Captain's quarters this Friday night, 7 p.m. Saturday night, the one-horse town of Georgetown, Indiana gets to stand around and look at us like we're aliens. If that's the ticket, 9 p.m. Once they get their first taste of grease, they'll never be the same. Sunday, stop in and say hi at the Coca-Cola Classic Talent Competition at the Kentucky State Fair in the South Wing as Sean judges the state's up-and-coming talent. Stay tuned to Shooting from the Lip for more great Soul Circus dates. Be sure to support all the live music acts at the Kentucky State Fair this year. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease.
Shooting from the Lip features views and opinions from smart, funny, serious, and not so serious people. This show is intended for a mature and not so mature audience. Enjoy the show!
What is up, everybody? Kevin Hale up in the Shooting from the Lip house tonight, this Wednesday night, August 17th, 2016. Alive and kicking it up here with a special guest co-host tonight, my man Gavin Caster, filling in for Greg Unthink. Gavin, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm glad to be on board.
I appreciate you. My buddy Greg Unthink has got actually band rehearsal tonight late. You know, I had to reach out to someone I trust would come on and kill it with me, and that would be you,
but you got me
Brother G.
Anyway, right?
Yeah. What's been up?
Not much. I got a lot on my plate. I've actually got to go to my Google Calendar. I got my laptop here. I usually check the Google Calendar on my phone, but I got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of gigs and shows coming up. So I'll give you guys the rundown on what's coming up on Beyond the Music in the next few weeks.
Shoot it.
And,
go.
We just had Enlightening this past Monday, which was really cool. Charity hosted that, Miss Charity Radcliffe. And, of course, we're also the Weekend Warriors on 100.9 WCHQ Louisville. Charity handles the Saturday shift from 2 to 4 p.m., and I handle the Sunday spot from 2 to 4 p.m. And let's see, pulling up the calendar here. And then on Monday nights, we have Beyond the Music, which is a live showcase. We showcase some local bands and talent in the region. And Charity and I rotate. Charity does the first and third Mondays of the month, and of course, if there's 5 Mondays, she usually does the fifth Monday, and I do the second and fourth Monday.
Right.
And let's see, this coming Monday I'll be hosting, and I've got Ashley Ledrick as my guest. And then let's see, Stuart Wiki is the week after that, and I got to see who's up after that. I got my weeks in September. Matt Jaggers. Oh, we got 1200. A rapper extraordinaire, hip hop extraordinaire. And then Unholy UFO is going to be our guest on the 26th of September. So that's what's going on with the station. Of course, like I said, I'm on every Sunday from 2 to 4. And then, let's see, and then next Tuesday, I host the New Albanian Brewing Company's Bank Street Brew House. Try to say that 3 times real fast. Bank Street Brew House open mic. And so I'll start doing that. There's 3 of us doing a 4-week rotation. So I'm there every 4 weeks. And I'll be playing there, doing a full show on the last Friday, the 4th Friday of each month, starting in September and to the end of the year. So, exciting time.
Good Lord, man.
Busy. Yeah.
Busy and exciting. Good stuff. Some social media plugs with our show. You can find our show on iTunes and YouTube, Shooting from the Lip. Twitter at The Shooting Lip. My Twitter at KevinHale423. My man Gavin's Twitter is at Gavin Caster. GAVINCASTER. You can like us, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Live tonight via Blog Talk Radio. Tonight, it's the ladies' night. The first guest, I'm going to turn her mic on now. Rachel Stump, songwriter, host of the St. James Court Songwriter Series. Once I told her she had free will to speak on the show, no holding back. All the FCC words that they can't talk on your show, say on your show, Gavin.
Yeah,
they can say here. And, that's exactly. So, Rachel, what's up, lady?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Ray.
Gavin's here.
Hey, Gavin. Nice to meet you, Kevin. I think this is our official meeting, right?
This is our official meeting. What sealed the official meeting was the fact that the F-bomb could be used numerous times. So I don't know what that says about us.
Gavin used that as a selling point for me. Hey, you want to do this podcast? You can say fuck. Oh, well, sure. Why not?
Sure. Well, let's fucking get this thing started. So I mentioned you're a songwriter. You do the St. James Court Songwriter Series. What else is Rachel Stump all about?
Well, let me plug that Songwriter Series for a bit.
Absolutely.
If I could.
Please
I was at the Rudyard Kipling for like 3 years, booking. I have a songwriter showcase where I feature regional and national touring acts that, may or may not have a fan base in Louisville, but then I open for them, and sometimes I'll bring on other local musicians so that they have a great welcome to Louisville crowd. And I've been doing these for, I want to say 10 years at various locations around town, but I had settled in at the Rudyard Kipling. And loved it there. I was just so sad to see that place close. So in finding a new place, it was really important for me to be able to bring my daughter to these events because she was welcomed at the Rudyard Kipling, and she now performs with me. My daughter's Lillian Ramirez. She's got a phenomenal voice and great personality. And, I wanted her to be a part of what I was doing. And I reached out to one of my neighbors here in St. James Court, and she pretty much just turns her house over to me. She's an awesome host, and so we do Songwriter Series there once, sometimes twice a month, and have, some absolutely phenomenal talent. And I'm amazed sometimes that, that I'm 4 feet away from such incredible musicians. It's mind-blowing. It's been a wonderful experience. And, it's been getting started. Even people who came out and supported me all the time at the Rudyard Kipling, they're like, well, we feel weird. It's in somebody's house. I'm like, just come on. It'll be fun. So it's gaining momentum.
It's the newest, biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. It works for me. It takes me 90 seconds to get there. So.
Oh, yeah.
The great part about
longer. I keep threatening to get there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the great part about doing it at someone's house is that usually with a house there's a kitchen, and with the kitchen there's a refrigerator, and with the refrigerator there's usually beverages. So
well, we have beer and wine available for donation. All donation goes back to the artist.
Very cool.
It's all set up to try to get them a little money when they leave. They usually have merch for sale and. But that's at 1463 St. James Court. The next one I have is, these guys sent me a CD. They're traveling through Louisville to go play some folk awards, some big thing in Nashville. I don't know. But they're the young novelists out of Canada, and they sent me a CD, which I threw in about 4 days ago, and I can't listen to anything else. It's absolutely incredible. Wow. So they'll be here at the house concert. It's Monday, September 19th.
Monday, September 19th. Mark your calendar.
What time is it? Yeah, what time is it?
I'll probably roll around 7. Usually we were doing them at 8 during the summer, but kids are in school now. It's a Monday night, so I'll probably start that one at 7.
So kids are invited?
Oh, kids are I prefer kids over obnoxious drunk people.
Yeah.
I've never had to ask the kids to leave a show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, and I was going to say maybe the kids will keep the obnoxious drunk people from getting so obnoxious and drunk too.
Maybe they definitely are good listeners.
Yeah.
I just think it's very important. I don't understand why children aren't allowed at some music venues because, like, I've seen dreams born in kids' eyes, you know, in front of live music. I grew up in a small town, and my exposure to music was my middle school and high school concert and symphony band. There weren't live shows. There weren't places to go. And then, you know, when I was finally exposed to that realm in college, I was just like, oh, my gosh, I've been missing out. Man, kids are the best audience members.
Oh, yeah.
You don't believe that? Go to a Michael Ferranti show. He's all about the kids. All about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk about that, because I was just thinking about this interview the past couple of days, and I'm like, Lily has got the best freaking mom out there, because how many kids her age can say, you know, I know Michael Ferranti personally, and I was able to get up on stage and sing with him. You know, that's pretty.
Well, he's awesome. Honestly awesome about that. Every single show he brings all the kids up that he can get up on stage, and that's one thing I love about him so much. You know, those are dream builders for those kids.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's like you said, it's heartbreaking. You know that you know, I guess you'd call it a rite of passage. That it's a stupid rite of passage that you either have to have your parents take you to a rock concert when you're a kid to see good live music, or you got to wait until you're 18 or 21 to catch.
Right, kids can't go to headliners. They can't go to.
No,
I don't know any venues here right now that are kid friendly.
Yeah,
I prefer them.
I mean,
they're my favorite.
When I was a kid, there was Troubadour. You could go there when you were 18, you know, until 10 o'clock. Then you had to leave. And that was something that, it's kind of an old story. It was way back when the towers went down in 2001. But NPR had a little interview or had a commentary by a 16-year-old girl, and they were talking about what the kids want, and they don't want to go to the huge concerts where they're no closer than 500 feet away from the artist. They want to go see bands that they can walk right up to after the show and shake their hands and have a conversation with them. And that's the most frustrating thing about being teenagers and wanting to, you know, loving their music, but not being able to get close to the artist, and that's something I wish could change.
Well, I do it one room at a time, one small room at a time. Yeah. Bring the kids.
Yeah,
I love them.
Cool. Yeah. Now, besides the St. James Court thing, Rachel, what else are you involved with or you're doing?
Well, I'm trying to get a photography business off the ground. I'm really into hiking and nature, and my daughter, of course, and all the time that we were spending in nature and watching her grow up. I started taking pictures, and, you know, people started asking. I wanted to capture her in, like, an artistic way, you know, and just make these images that embodied what her life was, or how I saw her life at these different stages while she was young. And I mean, we spent my kid was hiking, you know, 14-mile trails at 8 and 9 years old. We spent a lot of time out there, and I always had the camera, and I just fell in love with taking pictures. And it got to I like to travel a lot, and it got to the point where I was more excited about the pictures I was going to come home with than the actual trip I was going to take. And eventually people started asking me to photograph stuff for them, and I'm like, I can't. I've got a $150 point and shoot camera. So I upgraded about a year and a half ago, and now I'll shoot anything, weddings, birthdays, family reunions, senior portraits, family portraits, anything. But my favorite style, you know, I like documentary style photography. I'm not really, I don't like posed stuff. I like those moments that you might not even realize or remember happened, and you know, that capture the true essence of people in the conversation and memories. And I like to get emotion shots in photos. Yeah, very candid, very, you know, like afterwards when you get the images, you're like, oh my gosh, how'd you get this? I'd forgotten. And I do a lot of still nature photography, and anything up on my Facebook page is available for canvas. I've sold some really nice canvas prints off of there, and hope to do more of that. But I'm not as much of a businesswoman as an artist and musician, so I guess it takes time. But I've had some pretty good months this year with my camera, and I look forward to growing that because I absolutely love it. But my favorite medium to shoot is live music. I love concert photography.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my strong point.
Well,
my favorite album of yours is, I was going to say my favorite photo album of yours, of course, is The Big Apple. That shot of Lily in front of the ocean, and you really nailed the thirds there. And
was
beautiful.
It? Yeah, the one in the shirt, the gray T-shirt with the green A on it is what I'm guessing you're talking about.
That's the one, yeah, because the way the wind tousles her hair and the waves behind, just absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought about sending that. I can't remember if it was like Abercrombie or Aeropostale, but in Times Square they were having we got that shirt for like $2.40, and she wore it to the beach the next day. And I'm like, dude, this looks like a magazine ad. So, but thank you. I'm glad. And I love it when people describe my pictures to me in detail because I know that they've got it, and it says something to them the way it says something to me. I also love doing that with a friend, and their screensaver on their phone will pop up and it's my photo. I'm like, yay! They're like, oh, you're not mad, are you? No, I'm glad. I'm flattered.
That is cool.
I'm honored. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like having a musician cover your song, and they're like, I hope you don't mind. I'm like, really? Why would I mind?
Oh, my daughter came in to show me she has that shirt on now. She's listening from the other room. It's cool. She's like, I got this shirt on. Yeah, but no, I had an artist recently write and asked me to cover one of my tunes. I'm like, really? I'd like to hear that.
Yeah.
It was a guy, too. So.
I know I asked this in our conversations, but you do have original music, correct?
Yes, I have. I just haven't recorded any of it much because every time I put some money together, I have car disaster or I decide to go somewhere epic. But I have a lot of my music up on YouTube. There's some decent recordings up there.
Cool.
Maybe one day I'll get an album done, but I don't know. I haven't written that much in the last few years.
Yeah, you have some tunes recorded. I ought to isolate those tracks off of that show you did with me, the first Friday at the Rudd show a couple of years ago. That was great. I can isolate those tracks if I can pull that file up, send them to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you've got your songs recorded.
Yeah, I could use that. I've liked the idea of recording my house concerts, but I just don't know anything about. I can barely use my cell phone and my camera.
Yeah.
Like the whole coordinating the camera to computer use. I need a class. I can do what I need to do, but still, it's like I'm so technologically challenged.
How's your daughter?
My daughter's 13. She's 13.
13.
She probably knows how to do it, so you probably should be working with her anyways.
Yeah, I should get her to record the shows, right? And give her a cut of CD sales. That's a good idea.
There you go.
Exactly.
Why didn't I?
Well, how would you?
It's not that difficult.
Yeah, Rachel, how would you describe your music?
I don't know. I think if Carl Brown came out to one of my shows recently, he's a local renegade politician and writer, and he dubbed me the Southern Alanis Morissette, and I can live with that. I think
wow.
That's a good description.
That's a really good description.
Okay.
I guess. I mean, a lot of that stuff was written when I was angry or breaking up or, and angsty. I can see it.
On the first Friday show, I introduced you as the little woman with a big voice because you got a powerful voice and powerful tunes. And
well, thank you.
Little, she's short. How tall are you, Rachel?
She's petite.
I'm 5'1" and a half.
5'1" and a half.
Gotta throw that half inch in there.
Yeah.
I'm stumpy.
Yeah.
Stumpy. music are you doing besides St. James? Are you performing anywhere routinely, or is it your go-to place?
No,
Huh?
I play here and there at the Fabio Casapella's on Frankfurt Avenue. My buddy has a regular spot there, so when he's got stuff that comes up, I'll play there for him. Like, I've done some private parties and stuff, but mostly just private stuff. I hate the whole booking, and like if shows fall into my lap, then I'll play them. But if not, I just stick with my songwriter series. I played for a living for a long time, and I developed a little problem with vodka and other intoxicants, and I got sober it did happen, but a little over 7 years ago, I sobered up, and I played the first stretch, and it wasn't the same for me anymore, being out and playing other people's music, and I don't enjoy playing solo as much. If I'm going to be out and play for 3 or 4 hours, then I just feel
You want to play with people?
it's lonely. I used to play with David Arnspiker. We had an acoustic duo called the Stumps, and we were pretty amazing, I think. And then I played with my ex-husband, Brian Knopf. He's a phenomenal, one of the best songwriters alive, probably.
He's a
so you go from,
player,
he's an awesome guitar player. Like, I can't tell you how many shows we would set and do songs, and like people would be crying. So then you go to that, and then you're like, I'm up there playing, and it feels different. If I found a guitar player that could sing well and was into it, I wouldn't mind being out and doing it again. But for now, I'm happy with the songwriter series and whatever falls in my lap.
Yeah.
And the photography.
And the photography. Yeah. And I don't like the whole thing of like regular gigs, because I'm extremely spontaneous about, road trips and taking off. And I had lunch with my best friend from college last week, and we don't get together but maybe once or twice a year now. And we sat down at the table, and he goes, "So, are you dating a travel agent?" I was like, "No." Yeah. And then the request for lunch, when I got a text about lunch, he goes, "Can we have lunch on Thursday, or are you in Istanbul?" I was like, "That's ridiculous." But, I can't fill up the schedule, because there's too many times that I just want to take off and go do something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, your happiness
is
the most important thing,
Yes, travel keeps me sane.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Absolutely.
And I really enjoy playing in the capacity that I do now. I've made some wonderful connections, and some artists that I idolized for years. I can call on, and I can call a friend now, and it's amazing to share those experiences.
That's huge.
I'm thankful for the push in that direction.
I want to go back to the St. James Songwriter Series, Courts Songwriter Series. Is that primarily, Rachel, local musicians?
No, it's never local musicians. I have started inviting some local musicians to play a couple songs, to just try to bring fresh people into the room. Who have I had? I've had Danny Flanagan, but this was with another artist. So then we do the shows like in the round where we do song swaps. I had Danny Flanagan. I had Joel.
Joel Curtis. Yeah.
He was Joel Curtis. I loved him. Absolutely loved him. I've had Mary Alice Lawson, and I'm drawing a blank right now. That's all I can think of. But only recently did I start bringing in other artists. But it's just like, I have Nate Curran. He's a Grammy-nominated songwriter. Joe Firstman. He was Last Call with Carson Daly's band director. Some names that are bigger. But some people you'd never hear of unless you stumbled into the Songwriter Series. But they're out on tour, and they're making waves, and they're writing amazing songs, and they're just so good. You can absolutely trust that if I'm taking time out of my life to do a show for somebody, that they've completely won my heart over as a songwriter. It's only for those that I really believe in. So, do we have any? There's one more thing I need to talk about if I have time.
You do.
I got a couple of minutes.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of minutes. Well, so I'm helping host of taking care of the musical end of the Mike Felker Memorial Scholarship Benefit. That is my next show. That will be September 10th at the Monkey Wrench. I'm looking for donations for a silent auction. If you don't know, Michael Felker was a local musician, trumpet player. We went to the University of Louisville together. He played in my duo with my ex-husband and I. I always say my ex-husband got Michael in the divorce. That's fine. I had years of friendship with him before. So he played with Brian Knopf. He played with Justin Paul Lewis quite a bit, was on one of Justin's albums. I know he played with Justin a lot. And he was shot and killed by his mother's boyfriend 2 years ago in a ridiculous altercation. So he was a YPass graduate. This will be our third concert. All the money raised goes to a graduating YPass senior to the college of their choice, help cover their expenses. So the last 2 years we've written a check for $3,000, and it's a huge process. Like lots of kids apply, and we all meet and vote, listen to, we read their essays and listen to their audition videos. But this year, it's September 10th, which is a Saturday at the Monkey Wrench. It's a suggested donation of $10 to get in. I'm playing. Shannon Lawson is playing. He's a hit songwriter out of Nashville that is from this area. He used to be in the Glutes. I think if you drop Shannon's name to 10 people, at least one or two know of them if they've been out at all in the last, 20 years. Justin Paul Lewis, who Michael played with on a regular basis, is playing. Then we have the Derby City Brass Quintet. Dan Radank out of Cincinnati, who was in music school with us. He's a fantastic vocalist and trumpet player. And then there's going to be an ensemble from YPass play. One of their ensembles will open the evening up at 5 o'clock. So I play at 7, Shannon at 8, Justin at 9. Those are all ballpark figures, but it'll be a great night of music and a celebration of Mike's life. And, we've worked hard to put this together. So if you're a business and you would like to donate, or you're an artist, if you have anything to donate for the silent auction, you can find me on Facebook, and I'll come pick it up. But if you can come out that night and be a part of the events, it would be wonderful.
Very cool. Rachel, I do this thing called Round of Shots, a little take on our Shooting from the Lip name, where we're gonna throw 6 questions at you that are meant for like quick Q&A. Just have fun with it.
All right.
Question 1: if someone grabbed your iPod Music Media, what would be the current song playing?
I know what song I've been listening to, but it's not. It's been off YouTube. Nako Bear, Dear Brother, has been in Nako and Medicine for the People has been in heavy rotation. It's a new song that I heard him preview at a festival a couple weeks ago. So I've been listening to bootleg copies of that off YouTube. But before that, on my shuffle, he's been on there.
Cool.
First concert you went to?
My first and second concert was Elton John. My freshman year of college at Riverbend, and then I went and saw him again wherever he was.
Cool.
But
that's just like what we were saying before. You had to be a freshman in college before you go.
That was it. Like, I was in tears that night. Loved him.
Yeah.
If you could choose one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, man, somebody asked me this recently, and I had a great answer, and I can't remember now.
Well, come up with a different answer.
I know, right? I had the gangster of answers. I guess I would fly.
Why?
That's a superpower, right? Well, to humans anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know of any humans that currently can, but yeah, so that.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to be able to read people's thoughts or anything.
Yeah, because I'm I'm the type that wants to manipulate your thoughts. So reading your thoughts doesn't do me. You're going to do as I say anyway. So.
Jesus Christ, I'm staying away from you if you get your superpower.
It's already a power. I don't know if it's per se super, but anyway. Go ahead,
great.
Gavin.
I wondered why I was craving waffles.
Yeah, there you go.
Waffles and bacon. Where the hell did that come from?
I'll never tell. Fire away, Gavin.
You played a lot of shows in the past. What would you say that your favorite moment was, your favorite story from those performances?
Oh, well, my favorite show actually was not the Songwriter Showcase. I had like probably one of the best shows I've ever had last weekend. I played at this casino in Cincinnati.
Oh, cool.
And I was really nervous walking in because I didn't know anybody, and like when I heard how much money I was going to make off of it, I just thought I was being pranked or punked or something, you know. I just kept expecting to get a call going, yeah, this is not going to happen, because I'm like, I don't really get these kind of shows, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'll definitely go play. And so I played for this private event, and I didn't know one soul in the room, but I was so well received, it was overwhelming. The girl was like, we just want you to play 1 hour, and, you know, mostly original stuff with a couple covers, and how do you feel about storytelling? I was like, oh, my God, like, can I get more of these shows? But it was amazing. I had such a good time, and they had to throw us out of the room because people just kept wanting to talk to me about the songs and the stories and what I had going on, and that was my most, I loved that show. It was my new happy place. Wow. What I think about when it was super cool. I loved it.
That's awesome.
Cool. If you had access to a time machine and could go anywhere in the past, living, dinosaurs, anywhere, where would you go?
Well, I always liked the show Little House on the Prairie. And I always felt that I was I always felt that I was born into like the wrong era. I definitely would go to a slower time. I think that we're moving too fast, and it's heartbreaking to me how disconnected we are as a society.
That's a good point. I would agree. Yeah.
I like to walk places, and I like real connections with real people, and I hate people texting me. I hate people texting me and asking me if they can call me. Just fucking call me. I mean, I'm going to start calling people and ask if I can, hey, can I text you? Great. But not. I'm really irritated. I think we're just in such a hurry. I can't even imagine what the world's going to be like in 50 years. And I'd like to go back when all music was created on real instruments. You know.
I lived during that era, and that was
simpler time.
I miss those days.
And my dream is like, you know, most women dream of like the white picket fence and the two and a half car garage. Yeah,
the 2.5 kids and the
I want
dog, cat.
I want like a big backpack, and I just want to walk off into the woods. Mm-hmm. Prince Charming can come too.
Yeah,
if he's nice. He doesn't smell really bad. He can come. But I crave now a simpler lifestyle. Like, I hate when schools, I mean, I know my daughter needs an education and all, but the whole, you know, I'm a slave to driving, and then there's homework, and I feel like our lives are just consumed by all the stuff that society thinks that we have to do and that we have to have. And I really crave a simpler life, and it's my goal to get there. So, backwards. Definitely go back in time.
Amen to that.
Last question for Gavin.
Favorite current band right now, if you have one?
I have a couple. I really like Joe Firstman's band, the Cordovas.
Yeah.
They're just amazing.
And thank you for introducing me to him. He's a cool guy.
You're welcome. And every time I hear them, they're reinvented. There's new people. I've heard them do like CCR types, you know, 4-part harmonies to like jam band stuff to like, he's just always different, but he's always good, and he's just a real person. And I love Joe, but I love his music, and he's always got amazing musicians in tow. And seeing the Cordovas, there's always something new and a surprise. And if you haven't seen them, I think they're in Nashville now. They didn't hit Louisville on this tour. I might have to make a trip down there and see them, but Joe has consistently put out music that I loved over the years, and he's a great guy and a friend of mine, so I'll definitely take that time to plug him. I also really like the reggae band Soja, S-O-J-A. I listen to so much stuff, though, all over the place musically.
Well, it's good. Good to have variety like that. And it was, I guess that was number 6. I think we
That
only
was-
got
Oh, I
to
got
number 3 with me the last time.
Yeah,
I have to put
I know.
Anders Osborne's band in there too. I finally heard Anders
Oh, yeah.
Osborne with his band, and they blew my mind. So I saw him 3
Yeah.
times in a week, and then they kicked
Oh,
me
cool.
off the bus. I'm kidding. No, he was at a festival I played at, and then he played at Headliners, and I had to go there to show him some of my photos I'd taken at the festival. But oh God, just
Oh.
amazing band. They're so good,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to him a ton.
Share with us all your social media where people can connect with you.
I'm on Facebook as Rachel Stump. I'm trying to think of what my current profile picture is. Oh, I'm in my festival attire. I have these red heart glasses on and like red lips on my shirt and this crystally headband, and I've got my camera. Normally there's a picture of me and my daughter, and I only describe what my current picture is because there's another Rachel Stump who's a singer. And
I did. Yeah,
she's in
you're
Florida,
right.
and she apparently was getting a lot of messages and friend requests for me, so she friended me. And so there's that. I have a photography page on Facebook as well called As I See Things, photography by Rachel Stump. It doesn't get the attention it should because, ironically, uploading photos to that page is just almost impossible at times. And then I've got Instagram, and that's it. You can find me on Instagram as Purple Stump. That's where I keep all my favorite photos.
Cool. Very cool. All right, Rachel. Thanks for hanging out with the guys tonight. You came on and killed it. Good stuff. And I want to get out and hang out with you at St. James Court for the songwriting
I'm telling you,
series.
come to this show on September 19th. This group is like, I was 3 songs in and my jaw hit the floor. They're phenomenal.
Oh, cool.
Called The Young
Very cool.
Novelist. They're out of Canada. They're on Spotify. So they'll be with me September 19th at 7 p.m.
September
Good deal.
19th, 7 p.m.
Yep, you're
All
invited.
right, Rachel. Thanks so
All right,
much
well,
for
you
hanging
fellas
out
have
with
a great night. Thank you
All right.
so much.
Good stuff. Rachel Stump, songwriter and host of the St. James Court Songwriter Series. We do have Andi Ramser on the line. I'm going to do a quick promo, and then we're going to get her on and chat with her.
Hey guys, it's Jake Badger from WildWood. Join us this Saturday night as Q103 presents Rodney Atkins live at Diamonds Concert Hall. We're teaming up with our friends Judge Angus to kick things off. Doors open at 7. Tickets are $25. All ages. Come out and see us. Bring the whole family. It's going to be a fun night. Thank you for supporting local music, and thank you for listening to Shooting from the Lip. Now to my brother, Kevin Hale.
My man Jake Badger with WildWood. It's a country music band, Gavin, if you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
Good stuff. They got a big gig coming up Saturday night. So, and there's one we talked about. Family friendly, all ages there for that gig.
Oh,
so.
that's awesome.
Andi Ramser is the lead singer of Mad Luck, Strung Out Loud, Wax Factory. Where and when she has a life to do things outside of the band, I'm curious to know. And she's going to answer all our questions tonight. So, Andi, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Hey, Andy.
Am I on? Am I here?
You're on.
You're
Loud
right.
and proud.
Yeah, I just came from practice, so.
Practice
that?
with who?
Well, now it's going to get confusing because this is a new band. They are an established band that plays around town called the War Panties. They are collaborating with me for KevFest in September, and we just decided, I've listened to them play a couple times, and they're a lot of fun, so we just decided to get together and play a couple shows together. It's going to be fun. Good stuff.
So you're going to be part of KevFest?
Yes. It's on September 18th. It's a Sunday.
Right.
I believe it starts at 1 o'clock, and we're playing at 3. We just have a 40-minute set. They have 3 different stages going on.
Right. Yeah, that's I'm good friends with Kevin Manning, with Velvet Saints, and yeah, I know Kevin McQuarrie pretty well, and yeah, I'll be promoting a lot of good people. Actually, the band lineup that day, I'm looking at the thing. It's
phenomenal.
Diamond Concert Hall, all ages. It actually looks like it's going to start. No, actually, there's the Baxter's after party show at 10:30. So yeah, it's going to be
It starts at 1 o'clock at Diamonds, and they'll have 3 different stages. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what time it closes up there, but they have the after party at Baxter at 9:42.
Right. Yeah. Well, share with us. I mentioned 3 bands, and now you throw us a curveball and give us a 4th. What is it?
And to have a full-time day job too.
I noticed that too on your So
I've been trying to get her on my Sunday spot or on one of my shows, and every time I do, it's like I'm going to be in Florida, I'm going to be in Nashville, but hey, it's great to be busy.
I haven't been to Nashville lately, but I wouldn't mind going there. But yeah, I go to Florida pretty much 1 week every month, and play shows down there.
Is it with one of the bands that you're with?
It's what I call the original Strung Out Loud. Sean Ewing and I had started it about 4.5 years ago, and he had to relocate down to Florida a couple years ago, and we've just kept it going. So, and he's also the co-writer with me. He's my partner with Mad Luck. He's the lead guitarist, and we worked together to create that whole album. Recorded it at his home studio, and so we do a lot of music stuff together.
Yeah, it's a good sounding album too. I played a few tunes on the station. Best Scenes. Best Scenes. That's the one that I've been playing. It's a good song.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Good album.
Andy, right now, can you tell me what time is it in Tokyo? And you know why I'm asking.
Oh, I guess you see my post.
Yeah.
Only people from my generation are going to understand that if they saw the Girls Just Want to Have Fun movie. So it's a movie quote.
All right. Okay. Well, I was just testing you too, if you
that
knew.
Was back in my working 80 hours a week days, so I never watched that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll find that part in the movie and I'll send you the YouTube clip.
Yes.
There you go.
Please do.
It's pretty amusing.
How long has the music career been going on for you?
Well, I guess I have hit a little over a decade at this point. I got started in my late 20s. Oh, I just gave my age away. Damn it. I wasn't going to do that. All right.
Yeah.
Let's just
for those who can do the math.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So about 3 years ago when I was 27.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're still a lot younger than me, dear. A lot of people are a lot younger than me.
Age isn't, I feel a lot younger than I am, so.
Yeah.
I should have warned you real quick. We are going to have an extra guest on the show today.
Oh,
I forgot how vocal, I have a Siamese cat. She might have a few things to interject here.
Yeah. We have 4 cats here.
Or something?
Rita's keeping them at bay.
Is she in heat?
No.
No, I was going to say that would
like 9-year-old
that would make
cat.
for good.
Fixed.
That would make right. That would make for good radio. Is just to hear.
Yeah. Oh, sure it would. No, she's just a whiner. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard that about Siamese. She's always got something to say. So I'm just hoping she keeps her mouth shut for a little bit.
Yeah, that's the way that's the way Siamese cats are. They're very vocal, very chatty.
Andy, share with us some of your influences when it comes to music.
Since I've already discussed my age, I guess I can say I'm an 80s child. So I ended up falling in love with Aerosmith and Blondie and the Joan Jett and I like the Cyndi Lauper. I grew up in that 80s era of some of the cheesy music, but it's classic. It's good stuff. And as I got older in the 90s, you've probably heard my comparison to Gwen Stefani. I love No Doubt. She was definitely a big influence on me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I kind of heard you channeling a little bit of Gwen last night at your show.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of involuntary at this point. Sometimes I can, when I'm thinking about it, I can turn it on a little bit more, but I can do that with the Stevie Nicks and stuff too. I don't sound exactly like anybody, I don't think. I like to think that I don't. I don't want to sound like anybody, but
you want to sound like Andy.
Yeah. So my voice is my voice, and I can definitely channel those type of voices every once in a while. But
yeah, by the way, Kev, I joined her last night at Gerstl's. So I wanted to catch some of her Tuesday night show at Gerstl's. She plays there. Well, you're scheduled there every Tuesday night, right? Right now, Andy?
Yes, except not for the next 3 weeks. I've got Chowwagon next week that is scheduled for Tuesday evening, and we also are
the
playing
fair.
there Friday and Saturday.
You're saying the fair?
I said the Chowwagon. Yes, the fair.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay.
I'm a little hungry, as I wrote you earlier, Kevin. I was like,
I was
haven't
like,
eaten since lunch today, so my brain isn't operating on,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I messaged her, Gavin, and I'm like, are you on any time constraints? And she pulled the I haven't eaten since lunch card on me. So I'm like, okay, let's get this going.
Let's get this going.
We're dealing with hypoglycemia here, folks.
I know. We don't want we don't want a reaction on the other side of the line. So
yeah.
Well, to get back, I typically do play Gerstl's every Tuesday. I will be at the fair in the Bud Tent this weekend and Tuesday of next week. And then, I'm heading down to Florida for my birthday weekend, and we'll be there through Labor Day. So I'll be out a couple Tuesdays there.
And you'll be back after that, wowing us with your voice.
Well, I try, so.
Yeah. I'm curious because I know you've done some TV spots too. Because and it was funny when we first met. Let's see, that was that was over a year ago. Warm Up Louisville event at Gerstl's, and you showed up, and Kevin McCreary was there, and a bunch of people were there.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
And then I saw you at Target after that. Introduced you to my wife, who works there, and then went home.
We just
turned
kept
on
running
the TV.
into each other.
Yeah, and and then I turned on the TV, and there you are on a TV commercial. So
there's just people follow me around with cameras sometimes. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with it, but no, seriously, I had a career for years, and I got a little burnout, and I had this dream of wanting to write my own album, and I got to a point where I up and quit my job. I had been there for 14 years, and I just started playing music, and in the meantime, I like to say I got discovered. I ended up getting picked up by a talent agency that asked me if I'd be interested in doing some commercial work with them. So I did some print and TV, acting, modeling type stuff. Not the glamorous world of modeling. It was like, you've been cast as a mom. Yay!
Yeah.
So, I'm like, hey, it pays money. It's good stuff.
It works. Yeah, it's work. That's right.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun to do something different like that. And it always felt like I had that in me. Performing on stage, you're doing a certain amount of just performance and acting. And it kind of came naturally, I think.
You're not shy when it comes to the camera, is what you're saying.
More so than people would probably think. Maybe shy isn't the word. I'd say self-conscious is the word.
Yeah.
That's the description.
And I'm going to guess you can answer this question within 1 second. Which profile is better, your right or left?
Yeah, it's my left.
Okay, I do it. See,
I know this because it's where I part my hair over to the right so that it covers that right the profile.
See, my philosophy is it's not
a girl thing.
It's not conceit or vain if it's true. So there you go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, you can look at it as just from an objective thing, as a business thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, Andy, you have a very marketable face.
Well, when he contacted me I actually got contacted through LinkedIn to come in and audition. And I said, when I responded back in my message, I said, do you know how old I am? Because I didn't realize it was definitely more for, I've played a nurse, I've played a businesswoman, I've played a woman on a motorcycle, I've played a mom multiple times. It's, like I said, it's definitely not on the glamorous side of acting and modeling.
Well, hold that thought.
It was a new experience.
this is internet radio. It's kind of my thing to kind of be funny, but on several levels, you playing a nurse is very appealing. Just saying.
Well, it was about as far from a sexy nurse costume as you could get. It was the blue scrubs. But
Don't
cute, so.
Don't be the buzzkill for me. Let me
All right,
have
let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it back where it was.
Right.
Yeah, just leave Kevin with his thoughts and his imagination.
Yeah, exactly. So, right now, how many I guess you said you were like the Gerstels, you were taking a few Tuesdays off, but right now with 3 bands locally, how many gigs are you doing routinely?
It's really not what you would think because one of them is my original band, which we can talk about that here in a minute. We're good to play 1 show a year, and I can go into further detail about that. But so I'm probably playing out about 3 times a week on average.
Okay.
That's still quite a bit.
Sometimes you get to play in so much with certain people that you don't really practice maybe as often as you should or whatever because you got another show. So tonight
and
was
that's
a new thing, like I said,
but you're still incorporating a 40-hour work week.
No, maybe not quite 40.
Okay. All right.
Is my boss
Right.
listening?
So I don't know. Is he? They should be. Why not? They
it's
should
probably
be.
it's about 30 to 35 hours a week. And then I'm usually rushing home on Tuesdays, of course, to get ready for my show. On Mondays, I have volleyball. Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually my open nights. And then Friday and Saturday, I play shows.
What is...
every once in a while, I get to chill out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you mentioned you have kids. Child
No.
or kid?
No.
Okay.
That was Rachel that had the kid.
Okay. I heard kids. You're
Is
right.
that really mean of me to just say I just never wanted kids? No, I have stepkids from my previous marriage, and I love them to death, and that was satisfying enough for me. So I'm still close to them, and
That's cool.
yeah, I don't know what in the world I would do if I actually had small children at this point in my life. I probably would not be playing out as much.
Well, yeah, that would be reality. But
yeah.
if someone's not doing the math right, you're still young enough to probably have kids if you wanted to. But
Yeah, I'm sure
so,
that it could happen if I wanted it to, but let's just say I really hope it doesn't at this point in my life.
I know I reached out to you. You have original music available to listen to?
Yes, we can talk about Mad Luck.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mad Luck is that is what I love the most. That's original music. My heart and soul is in that project. We're not able to play out all the time, but we did work our butts off putting the album together. It's out there for people to listen to, and that's really all I want out of it. It's just people to listen to it and hopefully like it and enjoy it and want to hear more because, I mentioned a little while ago, we don't get to play out very often because of Sean living in Florida. He'll come in and we'll try to arrange, okay, how are we going to schedule a practice with the guys that we have on drums and bass? How are we going to schedule a practice with them? And where are we going to play where we can only do, an hour worth of original music and make it worth all our while? I'm always writing. I'm always trying to come up with the next song that might be fun to record. And, so even though it's not year round, we're playing out, it is constantly. I'm always trying to keep my brain going and writing music. So, but we came out with Sweeter Now. This is actually perfect timing for this interview because this is a 2-year anniversary of the release. We released that in August of 2014, had our party in September of last year. Since then, because now it's a slow process, we've got so much going on when I'm down there that we can't dedicate a lot of time to sit down and really get far with recording ideas. But it took us about 9 or 10 months to finish No Easy Fix and that's a single that we finally got around to putting out there at the end of 2015. So it's our newest song, kind of hanging out somewhere out there on the internet. And then we're working right now on two new singles. We're going to try to spend some time here at the end of August working on those.
No Easy Fix. I played that one too on WCHQ.
Woohoo!
So, yeah.
Thank you.
It's a good tune. And you are on Facebook, Mad Luck, or at Mad Luck Band, the tag on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your tunes. They're really, really good stuff. And
Thank you.
I'm creeping your Mad Luck face page here. You're getting a lot of hits with your tunes too. A lot of shares, and that's a great thing.
Could use more. Always use more. Share our song.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to do, with your permission, Andy, what I do on this Wednesday night show, actually I'm kind of like you. I do 3 shows during the week, a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday show. They're all different theme shows, and Wednesday is dedicated to local music. When I upload the show, I'll throw some original music at the end. So with your permission, I'm going to, 1 or 2 of your, so actually, if you don't, I'm going to find Sweeter Now and No Easy Fix. If you're okay, I'm going to add those to the end of the show and help promote, what I can with you guys.
I highly encourage that. I encourage it and I appreciate it. If I can make a suggestion, because Sweeter Now is an 11-track album, and as Gavin mentioned, he's played Best Scenes. I really like that song. We have a song called No Easy Fix, we've already talked about No Easy Fix, but we also have a song called Fire Pit. That's one of my favorites on there, and Slow Down is another one. So I would pick a couple out of those.
Give me 3. What's the 3 that I will play at the end of the show? And you can, if you got a second, give us a quick background of those 3.
Oh, okay. Let's start with No Easy Fix, the most recent release that we came out with. That song is it is about just being in a really bad funk in your life. And it just seems like every day you wake up and it keeps getting worse, and you're having trouble seeing the bright side of things. And it's just about being stuck in a really bad mood, not knowing how to get out of it. So I kind of went through that, still do every once in a while. And then let's see, what other one? Let's do Fire Pit. That song is about trying to hold a relationship together, even when, there's a lot of issues or, the ups and the downs. It's about just holding on to it and trying to make it work. Let's see. I'm going to say Best Scenes. What do you think, Gavin?
Best Scenes. Yes, definitely Best Scenes.
It's kind of
it's a fast groove.
Yeah, it's kind of rocking.
It's a rocker, but it doesn't, what I call a machine gun tune. But it's
it's a sexy
song. It's got a really cool, it's a sexy song. And it's
I'd expect nothing less from you, Andy. and the thing is,
play it all.
I know why, Gavin. I know why. You know what? It's like tonight, having Andy on tonight, Gavin. And this is Andy. You can close your ears, but I know.
Oh, no.
I was like, Gavin, hook us up with some really good guests. And I think he went above and beyond, when he got Andy on, because it's like,
aw, you guys.
The voice, the look. Now I can only see you from the left side. I can never now see you from the right side because.
Oh my goodness.
Well, and of course the album cover,
The album, Oh yeah, I did see that too. There's now I'm gonna tease you a little bit here.
Cover.
I'm gonna tease you a little bit here, Andy.
Oh,
no. Actually, it's not a tease. It's just going to be a direct statement, direct quote to you. You incorporate your look. Yes. Fair question. Yes.
That was
yes,
Sean's
Kevin.
Idea. That was Sean's idea. He can attest to that. No, I'm going to tell you a story. I told him when we were putting this CD together, I said, I don't want it to be all about me. I swear to you, you can ask him if you want. I said, I don't want my face on the cover unless we're both going to be on there or whatever. He's like, Andi, I'm telling you, we have to go this route. You know, you can see where it got us.
Right.
But I ended up being really happy with. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Not only from Tom Anderson is the graphic designer that he designed our Mad Luck logo that's on that CD, and I had this whole vision once we got the idea for Sweeter Now and what that song was about, and to make that the title of the album. The front and the back of the CD, every single track on the song, I am really proud of how it all turned out. I don't think I would change anything at this point. But yeah, it wasn't, I do have to give Sean the credit for the album cover because I didn't know about that.
Well,
yeah,
for the record, I just hit buy on iTunes, so there's 11 tracks that's going to be downloading, and I do have permission to use those, correct?
Yes. Yes,
and I have permission for the album cover to do as I wish as well, right?
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I don't know what you mean.
And that's okay. You don't need to know.
What?
It's what I know, Andi. Yeah, you don't need to. It's what I know. All you have to do is say, "Yeah, Kevin, do whatever, do your thing." But one day,
it's there.
Yeah,
don't listen.
I may approach you with an 8x10 and say, "Andi, sign it for me." So
I'll have my Sharpie ready.
Yeah.
I'll wear it on a necklace.
Sorry, I'm looking at the Mad Luck page too, and I'm just going by the pictures. Yeah, you've got an all-star band. Sean Ewing, Chip Adams on bass. Donnie Howland on drums. I mean, this is a kick-ass band here too.
Right. They are just amazing. I really can't say enough. I couldn't have. I just don't think I could have lucked out any better with those guys. Just are a blast to play with, and they're so professional and so talented. And I have to agree on that.
Very cool. All right, Andi, as we're rounding third and heading for home, you probably caught the tail end of the first caller. We do this thing called Round of Shots. It's a 6 Q&A, quick question answer thing.
I'm so terrible at this.
It's all right. Just have fun with it. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna try to mix it up because I don't want you to know this. Or if you heard the questions from the previous segment, I don't want you to already have your mind made up. So, all right, here's the first question. During a gig, what would be a Andi pet peeve?
When people try to grab my microphone. I've had it happen several times.
You like from the audience?
Actually, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had, when I was playing an acoustic gig, and I'm not going to name the venue or anything like that. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus here, but I am not a violent person. Most people who know me, I'm nice. I'm a pretty cool chick, I think. But this drunk dude kept coming up and pulling my mic stand away from me while I was trying to sing. And the first time it happened, I tried to be, hey, dude, stop that. He did it again, and I pointed at him. I said, you need to cut that shit out. He did it again, and did you say this? I can say whatever I want on this show.
Yes, dear.
I told him if he touched my mic stand one more time, I was going to punch him in the fucking face. I would never say something like that in my microphone to make sure that he heard me. But, it's like you want people to have fun. You want to have fun. Yeah. But you're in an atmosphere of people being really, really drunk, and that can make it fun, but sometimes people cross the line. You're trying to do a job, you're trying to entertain, and when they're interrupting the music, so that's my answer. when drunk people or just people in general keep interrupting the music that's supposed to be entertaining other people, it's really frustrating as a performer.
Yeah. Well, they're ruining it for everybody, you know.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. First rock concert.
No. See, I did hear you ask her. I did hear you ask her this question, and she had a cool answer.
Okay.
She said Elton John, but mine was New Kids on the Block, and I'm not real proud of it.
Well, you're not alone. Actually, the other day, somebody said that too. And we were going, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Hanging tough.
Hanging tough.
I knew the dance, too.
Wow.
I could still probably do it.
All right. That was your answer.
Wow.
New Kids on the Block. I'm sorry that's your answer, but that is your answer.
This isn't live, right? You're going to go back and cut that part out.
It is live. But
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right. So New Kids on the Block. Sorry to hear. Are you one who would ask for permission or beg for forgiveness?
Wow. I'm going to have to go with the forgiveness. I'm a pretty headstrong girl. I kind of do what I want.
I sense that. I sense that. Now, you saying that, but does he know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got all the great questions, Kev. I got lousy questions. Favorite pizza toppings? How's that?
There you go.
Cheese. You know, that is a good question. I don't eat meat, so it's cheese. Pizza is my favorite food in the entire world, and I eat it way too often.
Really? Cheese pizza? Is that a variety of cheeses or just mozzarella? Bang,
I am not very picky about my pizza. And to be honest with you, I've got one of those 99-cent Totino's party pizzas in my freezer, just in case this weekend I need something.
Yeah.
So I'm not real fancy about my pizza.
No.
Yeah, I always keep a couple of tombstones in the pizza and in the freezer, you know.
In the freezer,
I was just thinking about pizza.
And you know what?
Everyone is thinking about pizza.
Yeah. What time is it? 11:19 to midnight. What pizza doesn't taste good?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have to agree.
Exactly.
Andy, what's your favorite phone app? Besides Tinder.
Oh God. I have never used a dating site in my life.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because you are not probably single for an extended amount of time, are you?
No.
Exactly.
My favorite app is Voice Recorder. And I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Now, when I have a song idea or I'm just kind of walking around in my apartment singing a melody, that's my favorite thing. I don't even know what all I have on there, but I'd probably be embarrassed if 98% of it was heard. But it's where I recorded a lot of ideas that actually ended up becoming songs that we recorded.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Good use of technology.
Yes.
Or a good use of the acoustics in the shower.
Yeah.
Well, I don't take my phone in the shower.
Well, not per se in the shower, but
I'm just kidding.
You do take it. And therefore, there's probably great pictures that come out of the shower as well. And I'm totally digressing.
Oh, wow. It's going in the gutter again.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not. Wait a minute. It's not. To me, it's art. Yeah, you call it
great
gutter.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Exactly. It's art. Art. Yeah.
Art. Other than music, do you have any other hidden talents that you care to share?
Well, let's see. I play volleyball and tennis.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually kind of athletic. I do the whole beach body thing, and I don't know if that's really a talent. I just like to work out.
Well, it's a good town for athletic people, too. With all the volleyball courts. Where you play at? Play down in, where is that?
Baxter Jacks.
Yeah, Baxter Jacks. Right.
I'm on a team with 3 girls and a guy, and we play in a men's league. We've been playing this league for about 15 years.
So
Wow.
3 girls actually able to play against a bunch of men.
Yeah.
Andy,
we're not too bad. We're not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm not Olympic material. I'm a shorty.
I was thinking more like the guys were too bad.
No, it's pretty competitive volleyball.
Okay.
There isn't like a women's quads league that actually that we can join. So back when we were wanting to get into a more competitive league, we got into the men's league, and it's gradually gotten better and better.
Confirm or deny, Andy?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh boy. Your belly button.
I'm getting nervous.
Your belly button, it's an innie, not an outie.
It is confirmed.
Innie?
Innie.
All right. Good. That's just how I see it. I just want to make sure.
Oh my God.
When would be the next opportunity? I think the next opportunity to see you would be at the fair, correct?
Yes.
All right, share those fair dates.
This is for Wax Factory. This is we're kind of a rock pop dance cover band. And we are playing the fair this Friday and Saturday in the Bud Tent from 4 to 8 o'clock. And then on Tuesday night, we're headlining from 8:30 to 11:30. So
I will see you there Saturday night because the band that's playing after you, I think it's Kirby's Dreamland.
Kirby!
Does that sound right?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, that's my boys. Gavin, are you going to be at the fair this weekend?
Don't know. I've actually got a side job.
Fried Snickers.
Okay. Yeah. And my brother's band is playing there too. Sound Endeavor Band.
Sound Endeavor, right?
40 years.
Right. There's them. I've heard them. Shane Dawson. I mean, there's a lot of nice little bands there.
Yeah.
But not to sound like a party pooper, the weather forecast is calling for like 60 to 70% chance of rain Saturday.
I'm just kind of pretending that's not happening.
Yeah,
you can pretend, but for the people that can get under the tent, that's one thing. The people that can't, it just kind of...
Right. No, that can be a good thing for the bands as far as as long as it's not raining when everybody starts showing up, because if it rains while they're there, they just all run to the tent.
Right.
Yeah.
Andy, before we let you go, share with us all of your social media connections where people can reach out to you.
Okay. Well, I kind of have a Twitter account. I'm not really up to speed on the whole tweeting and Twitter thing. I'm trying. It's arams27 there and on Instagram. And the easiest way to check out my bands is just go to Facebook. There's Mad Luck, Strung Out Loud, Wax Factory, and Wax Factory also has a website outside of Facebook. And then Reverb Nation, we've got some of our tunes up there if anybody wants to check them out before they buy the CD off of iTunes or whatever.
Which I did. I bought them.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now I'm curious, what I bought them for, how much do you get off that?
I wish it was more than the reality of it. Let me just say that every time someone listens to it on Spotify, it goes to, it's some crazy like 0.0001 penny.
Yeah.
It's like a fraction of a penny.
Yeah,
but when you buy it on iTunes,
yeah.
On iTunes, I haven't checked in a while. I haven't had a lot of traffic, but on iTunes, I think we make is it 57 or 67 cents on the dollar?
On the dollar. Okay.
On the dollar. So if it's on there, I think it's on there for $9.99, and we actually get around $6, $6.67 or something weird like that.
$6.68, yeah, because it's $9.99 for the album, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Less than $1 per song.
All right. Andy Ramser, you came on and you just killed it tonight. Good stuff.
I'm giggly. I'm hungry. I'm silly. So.
However old you are, I don't think we ever got the age of you, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that.
We're gonna connect with you.
Yeah. Warm it up.
Go hit the pizza. Go warm it up. I know you're hungry. God forbid that my show keeps you from eating too late. So.
No, I had a good time. I really appreciate you helping local artists, and it was fun. I had a good time.
It's fun, and we will cross paths because I'm all about meeting these guys, meeting you guys who do the work and do the stuff and who the real talent is. So thanks so much for hanging with us tonight.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me.
A lot of fun, Andy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll have the uploaded version up tomorrow. You'll hear some of your music on it at the end, but you were great. Thanks so much for hanging with us. Good stuff.
All right. Thank you, guys. Right. I'll see you around town.
Well, probably. Well, I think for sure I'll either see you at the fair next Saturday, or I'm going to see you at Diamonds for Kevin McCreary's thing. So one of those two I'll be seeing. Andy, you came on and you delivered. As you leave the show, take your hand and put it on the left side of your hair and just kind of flare your hair, to give that left side.
I have on a baseball hat and a ponytail right now. It's just both sides of my face are showing. I don't know what to do.
Oh, that's all right. Leave them on. That's just as hot. But seriously, thanks for hanging out with us. You made Gavin and our night fun. So good stuff.
Aw.
Absolutely.
Same here.
A lot of fun. And I enjoyed playing the tunes with you last night at Gerstl's too. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, I owe you a big thank you for that. That was a good time.
Yeah, well, thank you. I had a blast.
Go feed your face, and we will find you at the fair this weekend.
All right. Come out to say hi to me. You guys have a good night.
Take care.
Bye.
Andi Ramser came on. We had the girls on tonight, Gavin, and they delivered. It was a solid little show with the girls. Yeah, they did. Let me do another quick plug.
Hey, everybody. This is Jamie with the band Junction Creek. Just wanted to let everybody know that this week we'll be playing in LJ at Little Rick's Friday night starting at 8 to 12. Saturday we'll be playing the Kentucky State Fair starting at 4 to 8. Saturday night, we're going to be at the Fern Creek Bar and Grill. This will be our first time out there. I think we'll be starting at about 9:30. And then we're going to take a break on Sunday and come back Monday to the Kentucky State Fair at the Savory Tent from 8 to 12. Y'all come check us out at our shows this week, and also check us out on Facebook at junctioncreekband.com.
Another local band playing it at the fair. The fair will have actually some very, very good, talented bands playing. So
absolutely.
I plan on getting out there Saturday night, weather permitting, to watch my brothers play. So good stuff. What's your weekend agenda? What's the weekend agenda for
you? Tentatively, I've got a side job. I got day job, and then I do the carpentry work too on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I've got the Sunday spot, Sunday 2 to 4 on WCHQ 100.9. Make sure
which I need to. We need to find a Sunday spot where Shooting from the Lip invades the Gavin show.
Yes, it needs to be invaded.
Yes.
Sounds bad, didn't it? That sounded bad.
No, we're bad boys. We're bad boys. You figure out when you got your Sunday lined up for us to come in, and we'll come in and do it. So.
Yeah, this Sunday is free. Next Sunday I have Anemic Royalty coming in, and then all the following Sundays, the 28th, that's all free. So.
Cool. We'll figure it out.
You need to gather the team together. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
Brother.
Yes. Gavin, you came on and you helped me tremendously tonight to carry the flow of the show. We had two great guests. Rachel Stump, songwriter, host of the St. James Court Songwriter Series. Andi Ramser, she's the lead singer of Mad Luck, Strung Out Loud, and Wax Factory. She's doing something else with the Kev Fest benefit that's coming up in September. Right. Actually, my shows between now and that September 18th gig will be promoting that event heavily. So, Gavin, you came on, you killed it, man. Good stuff.
Oh, thank you, Kev. Appreciate it. It was an honor. I was real happy you asked me to co-host. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
At no time were any animals or people hurt during this presentation of Shooting from the Lip.
misunderstood. Don't you know I need you in the hectic and not just so good. Every time I throw you off, throw you in a fire pit. We go up in flames, so what do? We're so sick of it, but I can't turn away from this fire of ice. As we sit as is. we both have inside our heads. Burning it, we're spitting off words we never should have said. How can we move forward if we're running circles here, tripping on our differences when I just wanna pull you near? 'Cause I can't turn away from the spark that flies. As twisted as it is, it's just so hard to find. We're still both here holding on to something that's worth holding on to. Maybe it's not clear, but let's stick it out and see. Are you with me? You wanna let us burn out in a fire pit. I don't wanna give up, you don't wanna quit. So can we start again? We're still both there holding on to something that's worth holding on to. We're still both there holding on to something that's worth holding on to. Maybe it's not clear, but let's stick it out and see what I see. We're still both there holding on to something that's worth holding on to. Hold up, baby. Maybe it's not clear, but let's stick it out and see. Oh, holding on. Are you with me, the movement was like melting in the sun. Lost all control, gave it to you. Your eyes were saying, let me show you how it's done. You took a hold, you followed through. Past scenes from last night playing by hand, from the beginning to the very end. Past scenes from last night playing by hand. Replay the best scenes over and over again. Over and over again.
just lay quiet. I wanna hear the sound of rain on my window before it hits the ground. Turn the lights on, well, let's just be still. Touching your skin's the only thing that I can feel. 'Cause I'm a little bit selfish, I'm a little bit selfish with you. I know your time is precious, girl, I can't help it. Come a little closer to me, yeah. I'll make you love me. Come a little closer to me, yeah. I'm dreaming of you every day and every night all my life, but I can't help it. 'Cause I'm a little bit selfish, just a little bit selfish. Paint your nails in my old t-shirt. I think you're beautiful, even when you're at your worst. Blue eyes sleeping with her hair all a mess. What she doesn't know is that when I love her best. 'Cause I'm a little bit selfish, I'm a little bit selfish with you. I know your time is precious, girl, I can't help it. Come a little closer to me, yeah. I'll make you love me. Come a little closer to me, yeah. I'm dreaming of you every day and every night all my life, but I can't help it. 'Cause I'm a little bit selfish. Selfish with you. I know your time is precious, girl, I can't help it. Come a little closer to me, yeah. I'll make you love me. Come a little closer to me, yeah. I'm dreaming of you every day and every night all my life, but I can't help it. 'Cause I'm a little bit selfish, just a little bit selfish. Oh, just a little bit selfish. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. She said it's not easy. You've been lying. Someone did deceive me and change me, rearrange me into something I didn't ask for. Can't live for anymore. Don't you dare say it's over. Don't you dare say it's over. You're sorry don't mean a thing. So don't take the things that you did back. Sorry don't mean a thing. You won't keep this ring on my left hand. So you're gone again, but the song here remains the same. So I don't mean a thing. it's over. Don't you dare say it's over. You're sorry don't mean a thing. So don't take the things that you did back. Sorry don't mean a thing. You won't keep this ring on my left hand. So you're gone again, but the song here remains the same. So I don't mean a thing.
If you're done trying and I'm done crying over you,
If you're done trying, then I guess there's nothing left to do. You're sorry don't mean a thing. So I don't take the things that you did back. So I don't mean a thing. You won't keep this ring on my left hand. So you're gone again, but the song here remains the same. Your side don't mean a thing. Your side don't mean a thing. Phone lights up 2 a.m. One light text from her that says I miss you. Wouldn't at you 3 months ago, breaking my heart and telling me that we're through. No, I'm not a gambling man, but if I had 100 grand, I bet it all, 'cause I know that she's been drinking whiskey. That's the only time she ever seems to miss me. My own whiskey. That's the only time she ever gets to thinking. We'll do it all one more time. She'll come out and stay the night. I taste that kiss, and every time it hits me, whiskey.
the hardest part is waking up, knowing that it won't ever be the same. Yeah, you'll leave again and say goodbye. I'm all alone, drinking off this pain. Oh, with a whiskey.
That's the only time she ever seems to miss me. My own whiskey. That's the only time she ever gets to thinking. We'll do it all one more time. She'll come out and stay the night. I'll taste that kiss, and every time it's me, whiskey. Whiskey. She'll take Jack Daniels over wine. I bring the bottle every time. She puts those pretty lips to mine. We walked this road too many times. I broke your heart and you broke mine. Now I think my life is finally sinking in whiskey. I wish you drink enough and just forget.